Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Leo January 29, 2023. You continue to feel the need to turn inward to examine your motivations, with the moon finishing its transit of your intimacy sector. Later today, the moon moves into your spirit sector, and you're looking ahead. Emotionally, you seem to want a little more from life, especially from others today. You can be torn between your desire for light entertainment and serious pursuits, but you may need a break from the routine. Misunderstandings with others now likely arise from leaving needs unspoken in the hopes that someone will know them intuitively. Since 2018, you've been in a particularly blessed cosmic alignment. This is because the Great Awakener Uranus has been in a fellow sign and is in a trine to your zodiac sign and solar house. This has encouraged you to break the mold, take chances, and think outside of the box. If coupled up, you may have decided to pursue long-distance travel with your one and only to locales that may have never previously interested you. For others, this may have attracted you to a unique spiritual practice that is teaching you more about love, community, and self-love. Creativity is worth investing in. Do not be afraid to invest your time, energy, and resources into your passion projects when Mercury in Capricorn squares Chiron in Aries. The square might make you initially doubtful of your capabilities, especially if you feel like there are too many kinks to work out to bring your ideas to life. But this should not stop you if you feel strongly about pursuing an idea or passion project. You should use this square as an opportunity to dive into your desires without fear of failure. The moon's departure from your financial sector comes just as tension between planets on both sides of the financial fence starts to ease. The moon has spent the last 2 days connecting with the 4 planets that will help to drive financial growth and expansion moving forward, while a clash with the dwarf planet Ceres in your income sector has brought home a need for balance between money coming in and money going out. There isn't much that you can't incorporate into your schedule when you are focused on the task. You may not want to be like Rocky and drink raw eggs in the morning before running up the steps of the Philadelphia Art Museum, but you can arrange to get up an hour early and go for a jog before you get to work. This kind of effort will help you manage the influences of the planetary alignments at this time. If there's a relationship within your family unit that is struggling, this can be the day to find the solutions to remedy the situation. It might be that someone there is holding a grudge. If so, perhaps you would be the best person to point out that this is a futile approach to resolving any problem, and that there comes a time when letting go is the best solution for everyone involved. See about getting people talking on this day, and help out where you can. Just in time for the weekend, the moon not only returns for its second visit to an adventurous part of your chart for the year, but the first since Uranus' direct turn here 5 days ago. What makes the adventurous lunar vibes that will dominate over the next few days significant is the timing, and not just because this will mainly play out over the weekend. What makes the timing significant is that it comes just as Uranus is moving into his third friendly aspect to Mercury in a playful part of your chart in 6 weeks, but also their last for another year. In her first full day in your relationship sector, Venus is doing a gut check in order to sense what she has to work with and what, if any, challenges there are, which will determine the level of confidence she will exude. This is something that won't take long, with Venus' early return finding no challenge and dreamy Neptune ready to welcome the planet of love with open arms. Our eyes in the sky. Mercury in Capricorn squares off with healing centaur Chiron, currently in Aries. This transit gives us a chance to understand and process the deep wounds that need to be healed within ourselves. Also, we might feel moved to check in on those people who aren't in a good emotional place and show that we care. Being there for others in their time of need is extremely important now. Action you take today may significantly annoy someone else in your workplace. Other people's moods are going to put a damper on you and your work, but this is no reason to slow down or change course. Continue on regardless of others. A tendency to push yourself forward creates an adverse impression with the people you meet. Even if it's not intentional, your attitude disrupts any potential for things to run smoothly. Try to restrain yourself. Otherwise, you're unlikely to impress anyone since your boastful manner makes you seem conceited and unapproachable. Full of positive energy, the composure you're able to show is obvious for all to see and indicates that your mind and body are in total harmony. Allow others to share in your positive outlook. Try to get them to join you in your regime for healthy sporting activity or exercise routines. You find you're a good motivator. Are you in need of money to invest in new projects? Then go ahead with your plans, because circumstances are favorable. Friends who give you advice are being honest with you for the most part. If you want to purchase something, you can do it now. You will make the right choice and won't be misled by sales staff. In the pre-dawn hours, Mercury in Capricorn squares off with Chiron in Aries, making communication a challenge. Today's events cause us to feel insecure or ignorant. Instead of backing off when we experience a conflict, we double down. Others fail to understand our logic and our worst fears become a self-fulfilling prophecy, that we may not know as much as we think. Ultimately, forcing ourselves to overcome misunderstandings or projections makes us better communicators. But it won't feel like it today. Not until we have some distance from our current dilemma will we be able to understand its significance. You're not making the headway you think you ought to be making, feeling confined you want to make some changes to your life. You need to put the new ideas and plans you have into action. Don't delay any longer. If you share your thoughts and ideas with those closest to you, you're able to rely on their steadfast support for the future. You may find yourself rushing from one place to another. People demand your attention and want to involve you in their conversations. The sound advice you can contribute, provide the necessary impetus required to implement new schemes or ideas that result. Take some well-deserved leisure time for yourself. After sunup, Mercury opposes Pallas, the goddess asteroid of sacred wisdom, in Cancer. This aspect is a frustrating complement to the Mercury-Chiron square. We feel inept and unable to visualize a path forward in our predicament. It appears there are too many hurdles to overcome to anticipate any kind of victory. However, because Pallas is currently retrograde, we are encouraged to reconsider our plans without stressing over their future implementation. Back up and get perspective. The more you push your point, the less headway you are going to make. Consider a holistic approach to this issue. Perhaps you should be listening and empathizing more than speaking.